Yo, is he even over here? Yes, he is. All right, cool. How do I start this one? Oh, yeah. Hey, Mike. What day is it? It's Wednesday. Hump day. It's hump day. And we all know that Stoop Kid never leaves his stoop. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. But this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for both of your secret wandering vendors, being Cassie Mendoza and Danny Weaver. But before we get into that, we do have to find the snitch. So, like I do every single week, please let people know in the comments where you typically find the snitch, maybe where you found the snitch today, what have you, to help each other out. Because these vendors will close and open every other day. So you have until the end of today to get to these vendors before they close. Now for my snitch, here is my location. I am sitting at coordinates 1408 by 3626, and I am just south of the 1040 safe house. Now, the fastest way to get to this location is to just fast travel to the Jefferson Trade Center and then run across the street. Pretty simple. Now, when you accept this bounty, it will be the same difficulty as your open world difficulty setting. So you can see right here that mine is on heroic, and I can click abort bounty, and then that will save it for later. See? And then I have all of these heroic bounties I can come back and go to. Now, because we talked to the snitch, we now have our two locations. You can see the two white shopping cart icons. So we have Danny Weaver up here, Federal Triangle, just across from the settlement. And down here is Cassie Mendoza, just outside of the Air and Space Museum. So I'm going to go to Cassie Mendoza first, and then we'll go to Danny Weaver. That way you can see what the normal vendor has, and then we'll talk about what the textiles vendor has, because they are two completely different currencies. So first up, Cassie Mendoza, she takes normal credits. Oh, and if you didn't know, there's an invisible wall right here. It's been here since day one. Watch. Oh, yo, did they fix it? They fixed the invisible wall! They fixed... What? Yo, if you've been watching my channel, even for the past few months, let alone years, you would know that there was an invisible wall here for years and years and years. And now it's... What? They fixed it. Very cool. The little things, the little things. Anyways, all right, let's go to Cassie Mendoza. Timestamp it, do whatever you need to. Here is Cassie Mendoza and her weekly vendor reset. Big money, no whammies.
Checking out this fine merchandise.
And starting with the named items, and this does come with a disclaimer. You have to unlock the bottom three named items. These are all locked behind the hunters. So for the shield splinterer, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the year one hunters, open up the ivory chest that is in the base of ops, and then you will get this weapon. Cassie will sell it. For the hunter killer, you need Warlords of New York. Hunt down, eliminate all of the year 2 hunters. Open up the off-white chest that is in the Haven settlement. You'll get this chest piece, and she will sell it. And finally, the huntsman. You can get this one from hunting down and eliminating the year 7 hunters, and opening up the ash chest that is in the bridge settlement in Brooklyn. Once you do that, you will receive this weapon, and then she will sell it every week. And that's how you unlock these 3 items. You have to actually own them, and then she will sell them. But remember, we also have the blueprint, so it doesn't matter either way, right? So this kind of makes this vendor kind of a wipe, right? Because these top 2 named items are from your countdown vendor, and these bottom 3 named items are from your hunters. So if you already did your countdown vendor and you already have your hunters, then all of these are irrelevant. But nevertheless, starting off at the top with the mechanical animal. This is the named AR with future perfection, in this one with rate of fire. What I would do is just change the rate of fire to damage to targets at a cover, and then optimize that assault rifle damage. Next up, we have the Picaro's holster. This is actually one of the best in slot holsters for the entire game, not only for DPS builds, but also for tank builds and hybrid builds, because you can use this with the Technician Specialization and the Ninja Bike Messenger Bag, and just with those three together, you get 3 skill tiers without doing anything. You would also have your armor and your weapon damage, but that's really strong. So a lot of people tend to use the Picaro's holster, including myself. I do have several builds using this holster, and I highly recommend having it. If you don't have it, pick it up right meow. Now, moving on to the hunter items, we have the Shield Splinterer. This is the named F2000 with Perfect Optimist, and this one with headshot damage. I would just change that to damage to targets at a cover, and you're good to go. Following that, we have the Hunter Killer. This is the named Golden Gear chest with Perfect Intimidate, and this one with armor regeneration and status effects. This is a really, really strong Hunter Killer chest piece. I would just change the status off for whatever you want. You could go regen headshot, regen crit, crit damage, crit chance. You could go armor regeneration hazard. There's so many different options. And this one is perfect for that because you could just change the status effects to whatever it is you want for that build. And finally, we have the Huntsman. This is the named FAMAS with Perfect Frenzy. And this one with max headshot damage. I would change that to damage to targets at a cover. But looking at the other attributes, I mean, that assault rifle damage roll is very, very low. So I would probably stay away from that one this week. Going to the gear set items, right off the bat, this ongoing directive chest piece is a must-buy. I'm just now looking at it, but, I mean, come on. It already has crit chance. You can't craft it. You would have to farm for this, so just pick it up right now. You could change the weapon damage to an armor core, and you're good to go. You could put that on an LMG build, a SMG build, an AR build, whatever your flavor. But starting off at the top with the gear set items, we have the Hunter's Fury backpack, this one with explosive resistance. Following that, we have that must-buy, pick up this ongoing directive chest piece. It's a really, really strong chest piece. Remember, they buffed it to give you 50% amplified damage. You see that, 5-0. You get 50% amplified damage using that chest piece. You might want to try it out. And what I would say, I would double down here. I would say use this with the Carnage, because the Carnage is for sale also, right? So you could pick that one up, use Perfect Sadist with the hollow point rounds. You would get the 35% amp damage from Perfect Sadist, and you would get the 50% amp damage from this chest piece. I mean, come on. I just came up with a build right there for you. Following that, we have Virtuoso gloves with weapon handling. I've been told time and time again to use this with the Pestilence. I keep getting told to use it with the Pestilence. I have yet to do so, but it's like at least once or twice a week, I'll get someone that's like, yo, Virtuoso Pesty. Virtuoso Pesty. And I'm like, I don't know. But there's so many people that keep telling me to do it. I'll look into it. Following that, we have Hotshot knee pads with status. Umbra holster with headshot. I mean, that's a really good Umbra holster. The weapon damage is high enough to where you could change the headshot to whatever it is you want, matching whatever build you want. Really good. And finally, Tip of the Spear mask with armor regeneration. Going to the high-end items, we have a MP5 with Future Perfect and max magazine size, a UIC with swap speed and pressure point, an Empress backpack with max skill haste, explosive resistance, and adrenaline rush. I swear I saw that backpack somewhere yesterday during the vendor reset. And then finally, a Legatus holster with skill haste and repair skills. Going to the mods, we have Headshot 8.1 and Seeker Mine Health of 6.6. Now, must-buys, things to look for from Cassie Mendoza. The Picaro's holster is a good pickup. That Hunter Killer is a really good pickup. The Ongoing Directive is a really good pickup. Let's see here. The Umbra is very strong, and that's really about it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 items.
Let's do that again.
Okay. And that is it for Cassie Mendoza. Let's jump over to Danny Weaver and see what kind of caches he has to offer us this week. Now remember, Danny Weaver is a textiles vendor. He's not a credits vendor or anything like that. He is the only person in the game where you can spend your textiles. Now, yes, the developers are coming up with different ways of spending your textiles, whether it be outfits, skins, or what have you. But this is the only vendor in the game that will accept this as currency. Now, just a reminder, how do you get textiles? Go to your apparel menu, bottom left, go to your caches, and it's from your standard apparel cache. So you can see here that it says I have all event items collected. So every time I open up this cache, I get a duplicate item. Now, when you get a duplicate item, that is when you get textiles, because it will not give you a duplicate. It will just give you textiles. So here's this. And you can see firsthand. Let's see what I get. I got some pants. And it says, duplicate item. You were rewarded 75 textiles instead. And that's how you get your textiles, okay? Now, running over here to Danny Weaver, let's see what kind of caches we can buy. I wish that there was a more permanent spot for Danny Weaver in the textiles, because there's so many textiles to spend. Maybe you could just have him open permanently, and then his restock would be once a week like all the other vendors. But it's crazy that we have to find him every other day to get to Danny's inventory. But anyways, hey, timestamp it, do whatever you need to. Here is Danny Weaver's weekly vendor reset and must-buys.
You want to make a deal?
So we have five named items. What? And an exotic and 2 field proficiencies. These are all these are all items. Nice. This is a really good setup from Danny Weaver. Yo, this is a good surprise. 5 named items. Remember, from your named item caches, you can get PvP exclusive items. So you never have to do the Dark Zone or Conflict. As long as you get good luck from your named item caches, you can get all of the named items, excluding those hunter items. All right, so whenever you pick these up, make sure it subtracts from your overall textiles. That way you know it's worked and it's not bugged. So it is subtracting. And then when you're done, make sure you see all of the caches pop up in the bottom left of your screen, because they are a little delayed. You see? There we go. I should get another one. Nope, there it is. See? And it was a little delayed. But now that they all popped up bottom left, let's see what we got. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you get from your exotic and named items. Anything good? Let's see. For my exotic, the Dr. Home. Okay. For my named items, the Rusty. Force Multiplier. Orbit, that's a good one. That's a PvP exclusive. Harmony, that's another exclusive. And the Good Times, yet another PvP exclusive item. Very nice. Very nice. All right. I got pretty lucky there with the named items. Good Times is really good with the reload. It's really fun. And the M60 smacks. Dr. Home, that was kind of a letdown. The Rusty, Harmony's not bad, but I use the capacitor instead of in sync. The Orbit, though, dude, and it's got what? I'll keep that. Perfect finisher. Force Multiplier, perfect combined arms, not bad, but I already have one. And we are good to go. But all right, let me know what you get from those caches. Danny Weaver had some bangers today, so make sure you go to Danny Weaver and then Cassie Mendoza. Pick up that ongoing directive chess piece, if anything. That is a really, really strong chess piece. But that's it for me. I'm Kamikazevondoom. That was your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for both your secret vendors, being Cassie Mendoza and Danny Weaver. Today is August 6th. I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out.